Hi, I'm Lesley Ormsby and I'm a psychic medium. I live in New Zealand. I was actually also born in New Zealand, so anyway, I'm a native, you could say, to New Zealand, and Aotearoa is the Māori term for that. So my heritage is not only Māori, but it goes back to the Irish, where my great-great-great-grandfather, might be one more great actually, is Irish. So, and then from there, there's a long story to that, but we end up going right back to the Vikings. So it's kind of really an interesting story, as with most people's heritage. So anyway, I'm wanting to let you know that I'm doing these readings, and they're astrological readings. I'm following along the star signs basically. So what we will be covering, like Spirit and I, when I talk about Spirit, it's not only my guides, but I connect in with the angels. I also connect in with multi-dimensional energies. So and I do have some videos out already with working with some of my multi-dimensional guides, so you can hop on my YouTube page and we'll talk a little bit about that later. But today I'm going to be doing the second series that I've done in the astrological star sign readings. So for October, gosh, this year's gone really, really fast. So we're going to get underway soon, and let me see, I think there's something else I wanted to talk to you about. I'm so excited as I get when I'm doing this. Typical Gemini, and I'm not going to start with Gemini today, so I'm going to start with Aries today. But with me, yeah, like I say, I work with all these different energies, and I love working with crystals. And Jesus Christ, you know, he's my main man, is with Archangel Michael. He's my other main man. God, I've got a lot of main men actually, because Archangel Raphael is always around as well. But you know, I started doing this work 20 years ago. More so, it's always been with me, this ability. It's not, to me, it's not just a gift, it's an ability as well. And there are certain skills that I've picked up along the way to get me to a place where I am today. And so I'm able to confidently, I suppose, express spirits, your angels, guides, helpers, and your whānau that come through, or I was going to say whānau tūpuna that come through, which means, you know, ancestors in Māori, come through to bring you messages of love, inspiration, guidance, you know, direction, or just even healing, you know, healing. And sometimes, you know, just that spoken word as I love you can be the healer for you. So yeah, just hold tight and we'll get started soon. Good morning, Aries. Okay, so it's a beautiful day here in New Zealand. And I'm just a couple of days, you know, I'm actually running late with getting these out. So I wanted to get them out about 2 weeks before October. But anyway, here we are. We're about a week before October begins. So anyway, this is a for you, Aries, and it's your October 2018 astrological reading. So what's coming through? So okay, so there's a lot of airy-fairiness that's around you at the moment, and it's a lot of, you know, with all this energy that we've been moving through, not, you know, like everybody in the universe, and I can't say just planet Earth, because, you know, there's a whole lot of energy that's moving around the whole universe, because all that energy affects all different planets and different places, you know, in our universe. So, but anyway, going back to this, a little bit more specific, is, you know, there's that airy-fairiness, and I feel like, even though I said, you know, we're going back to it, it's all this planetary stuff going on, it is quite valid, because our energy, you know, in the way that we think, the way that we perceive things is changing. So it's kind of like, don't fight it, okay? When we fight it, we end up going out and then we ask too many questions, and that's what throws you out there, okay? So they're just saying to bring yourself back down and ground yourself. Now, I actually forgot to get some obsidian. So you want obsidian or black, there's some black, is it black agate I'm hearing, or there's another crystal that is a synthetic one, but it's beautiful. But anything like with that grounding, but I'm just drawn to more black. So obsidian or snowflake obsidian would be an awesome one to have around you to keep you grounded, so you can think better, think, you know, clearer, and be here on earth when you're thinking. So it's all right to go out there for a little while and explore, but it's actually, you know, not very good for us when we're out there for too long, because we need to be in our bodies, we need to be here on earth, so we can sort things out now once and for all. So I feel like there's this September, even though some of you might be feeling, oh yeah, I'm feeling in this really good space, and you feel like, phew, you know, that's that stuff sorted out. Yes, and but there's still some more to come. So, okay, so in this next moon phase, it will bring up some more things. So just, you know, that's just bubbling up there now. So, and don't feel, what Spirit is saying is, don't get too over anxious about it, because you've sorted out some stuff here. Well, most of you have. And for those of you who have not, and you're still hanging on from the last lot, it's like, and you're still like really like thrown up in the air, you know, let go of that stuff, because it's not serving you any purpose for your highest good. So what they're saying is, you know, when you let go of things that serve you no purpose for your highest good, you'll start to feel this more of it going on, the more of a plateau. That's your little signal. When you've let go of something, you'll feel your energy start to come down just naturally, and you'll feel in much more of a calmer place. Now, I haven't, and what they're saying to me now is they're bringing in Ishna Kamal, and she's one of my universal energy healing beings, and she brings around a lot of lovely, calm energy. So, and she'll help you to just stay in that calm space, you know. And so don't feel anxious, because I can hear people saying, oh yes, there's that feeling of the calm before the storm. Well, yes and no. But I mean, if you're in a calmer space and you're letting go of things, and this space gives you that chance, or that opportunity, I say opportunity, to be able to go in that deeper level, so you can pick out what it is that does not serve you, and then just blow it away, okay? Blow it away, because we're air people, so we just blow it away. It's like, let that shit go. You know, like those little fairies, you know, when you're with the dandelions that come up, imagine that, you know, imagine that. And then you got that little, you know, dandelion that's growing, because those are the seeds. Okay, so you're casting, you know, and when the seeds drop, you know, you just cast it away. Okay, just cast it away, because you don't need that. The seeds will drop, and those seeds, or old seeds that they've planted that have come through, you know, then you can blow another one, a fresh one, you know, and have that there, and like bring in that, you know, that beautiful dandelion energy, because, you know, actually dandelion tea, they just drew me to that, so it would be a good one, because, you know, sometimes, you know, there's that liverish, can clear out your liver. And when we're in that, you know, sometimes when we're processing, you know, we can get a little bit grumpy, a little bit angry because of the stuff that's come up, and it like brings back memories. So, and it's about, you know, and we're feeling a little bit like, you know, that term liverish. Yeah, so, and it does affect your liver. So start, you know, detoxing basically. So there's a dual purpose to the dandelion. So have a little read about it, and bring some of that, you know, the dandelion tea. You can buy it in the health stores, or you can make your own, but you just, if you're making your own, just be mindful that you are actually picking a dandelion. So, you know, if you're going to make it fresh from the pot, you know, from the ground or Mother Earth yourself. So that's just one of those tips to help you to move through some of those, you know, issues that you're working through. But the ones of you that have kind of, you know, that have let go of some stuff, there is a little bit more to come. You know, our life never ceases to stop. So, and a lot of us are going through different things, and we get through something, but, you know, I look at it as an adventure. So look at it as an adventure, that you're letting go of some things, whether it's from a past life or the past in this life, that doesn't matter. It's kind of like, you know, just keep you moving forward, like you're going into an adventure, and you discover more about you. Okay, so what they're saying is, like, literally, you know, throw things up in the things, you know, you can throw things up in the air. What falls, you know, falls. So deal with that. Okay, deal with what falls. It's kind of like, but that's more grounded on saying that. So, but deal with what falls, deal with what is up there as well. But what they're saying, there's a two-way thing there going there. So when you're, if you're out there in that world and that energy, just deal with that. If you're here and nice and grounded in the stuff that's here, deal with that, okay? And then you'll find that, okay, what they're talking about is balance, finding balance, okay, between heaven and earth, okay? So I just want to draw, okay, they're drawing me to these little cards and some messages that, oh, okay, the first thing that fell out was sunny, okay, which is interesting because, you know, what they're saying with that is sunny days, you know, are coming up. And I've got it on these beautiful yellow cards. So for me, there's a lot of, you know, yellow is, you know, to do with the solar plexus as well. So there's a lot of emotional things that are going on. You know, look at it and bring in the sun into your life, which, you know, like the dandelion, you know. And they're also showing me the sunflower too, because you know how the sunflower follows the sun around, you know. That's what they're saying, you know, you're following, you're coming full circle soon with some stuff that you've been working through in the last 3, 6, you know, 6, 3, you know, 2, 1 months. It's coming to an end. There's just some little like bits and pieces that have, that you're needing to still work through that is coming up through into October. However, there's a tide, change of tide coming through in there as well. Oh, okay, that's interesting because the other one that fell out was water. And there's a change of tide that's coming through with you as well. So just, you know, even with all this processing that you're doing, and some of it's like, you know, throwing you up in the air, and some of it's just dropped down onto the ground, or whatever it is for you, there's a change. There's a change coming, and that's because you're thinking differently. You've got your thinking cap on, and it's, you know, you've tweaked something in there. You might have found a shift that's come through in the way that you're thinking, the way your energy is, and the way people, you know, the biggest thing that you'll notice that when you're going through a shift is how people react to you and how you react to people in situations. So they're just saying to take a note of that. And this is going back, so they're drawing me into like relationships and with the water. So there's a lot of, not only, you know, there's a lot of clearing, using water to help clear some of the energy that's stagnant within you, to move through some bits and pieces, because while you've been working through your stuff as a partner, you've your partner has also been working through their stuff. So I feel like there's a little bit of, some of you, there's a little bit of like stagnant is the word that I'm being drawn to say. So just, you know, get those the water's flowing, you could say, because now they're showing me, you know, like the tide coming through. For those of you who resonate more with the sea, there's a tide that's coming through, and that's coming in and washing things away. So utilize this energy to help you do that. For others of you who are more connected to the river, you know, go with the flow of things, you know. So within your relationship, because you know, like I say, we're all going through this. So for you, there's obviously some things that you've needed to like sort out between yous, and there's been a little bit of stagnance, you know, in the bedroom maybe. So just kind of like, you know, zhuzh it up, clear yourself first, and yeah, I'm not going to zhuzh it up, you know, as you say, that's my word. People say, where did you get that from? But I don't know, it just came out. It's just the Gemini in me, I suppose. So, but they're just saying, yeah, like, you know, this, yeah, it's stagnant within different, you know, in some part of your relationship. For those of you who, you know, are single though on that, so there's been a little bit of stagnancy there too for you, but it's more, you know, getting yourself out there so you can, you know, and express yourself more, so not hide yourself away. So, you know, and that will help lift your energy. It's like you know, go out with some friends, you know, so you can meet new friends. It's like go on a date night with someone, you know, or you know, with a group of friends, you know, and they've just joined me here, date nights, like mixing and mingling or something like that. And, you know, if somebody asks you out to go out to like, a friend says, come on, kid, let's go out. I've got some friends and, you know, I've got a work due on, you know, come with us just to get yourself out of there. Go, because you never know. You might just have bloody fun. You know, holy crap. So that's where that stagnancy comes from, because you've gone in your head, you know, and you're overthinking things about too much. And sometimes, you know, we get into this slumber period in winter, and it's a bit tricky to get ourselves out. So what they're saying is get yourself out, bring yourself out, you know, go and do a bit of a clearing. Enjoy the sun, because it's coming out now. In New Zealand anyway, it's coming out. So whether you're overseas or not and you've got a little bit of winter going on, you know, bring in the sun. That's why they've got lamps and lights, you know. Try that. You never know. And, you know, do a meditation with the sun. Meditation, amazing tool. Use it. Use it. Every and any opportunity you have to bring in amazing, beautiful energy and healing energy for you. Okay. So this is what's going to happen, like with the clearing up of of this, old stuff and coming into the new. And even though you haven't quite finished, what you're doing, it's still new. Every day is a new beginning. It all depends on how we look at it, okay? So new things developing in October for you, lots of changes coming up for you, mentally, emotionally, and physically. Just roll with it. And when you do that, you'll start to see your career changes starting to come in, and a lot of these visions that you have that you're wanting to go into the future with. So they're just saying, keep going, keep plugging along, so you'll be able to enjoy these new changes. Now they're not very specific with it, but I'm looking at, they're showing me, your personal life, love relationships, whether you're in a marriage or whether you're not in a marriage. There's something new going on in there. And there's also the getting out of that stagnancy stage, you see. And then there's also change within your career as well, like a job change or something. And even there's a shift in the change in the way that you think, okay, you're thinking. Family too is another one. Seems to be some sort of shift in the way you are with your family, your immediate family and your extended family as well. So what they're saying is just go with the flow and not overthink things this month, and just take a bit of time to reflect, on where you are, where you're going, and how you want that to look. Because you know what? It's up to you how you want that to happen, what it looks like for you, and how you want to roll with it. That's what I've got for you today. So God bless you. Have an awesome month. I know you will. And just flick me a message if you in a comment, if you want to know a little bit more about where that's going. Okay, anyway, I'll see you next month.